So we're back on for just a momentary thing. I'm back for just a little while. Now mind you, my right wrist has been giving me a little bit of discomfort, in which I'm getting an x-ray for, but I'll still muscle it down for the sake of this recording. So now we're moving on to 3-1. It's been a while since I've been here. So what we're gonna do is make an attempt to go over the different fills you can do in and out of the beat. For those who are specialists in shedding, I'm pretty sure that you understand what I'm doing right here. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go into the beat, of course, as you would want to play it, and then afterwards, do a couple of fills that go with it. So if you've been watching all my lives, in about 3 months, some of those might go away, and some I've just left on for the whole entire sake of playing on Facebook and also on YouTube. So I'm going to use about 3 beats, of course. One is a quartet strut, of course, which is the quartet ballad that a lot of people use. And then there's also more so like a 6/4 or 6/8 pattern that you can use as 4/4 with triplets to simplify the beat. First one. It is the ballad or worship ballad beat. That's pretty much the simplest as it's going to go. That's about as simple and as far as we're going to take it. Now, there will be some idiosyncrasies and also some intricacies to the beat. I'll try to slow them down for the sake of the beat. So a little bit slower. I went inside of the beat and did this. So what I was doing during the beat was, it is a triplet if you hear it, okay? But in this case, in 4/4, it is broken up into 16ths. Okay, if you can see the bass pedal, I'm only doing this. That's what you can hear. Now, on top is, so that's what you hear. You can switch that up. So any way you want to style it up is different, as long as you make sure you end it properly on that particular 16th, whichever one you're trying to do. However you do it is okay. But of course, you can see how different it is. I did the same thing just now. sounds like a beat in itself. Very, 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 very uncommon, but it sounds like a gallop sort of like, right? That's what's going on in my hands. No matter where I'm doing, that's what I'm doing. So no matter what I'm doing, that's what you hear. So, take that to your advantage. This is for the advanced now, but moving on. For the more advanced, that's what you're pretty much moving on. So, you pretty much can hear it and you just break it off into an actual fill. Now, how can you actually use the fill based on what you heard? Other than what you just heard, you can use the fill for something else. Like so. That's how you can use that. So you heard it, right? Something like that. However you use it, that's pretty much how it goes. Now, while you're using the beat, make sure that you do not displace anything in order to get back to 1. Because it is noticeable. It is hecka noticeable. So if I'm doing, I make sure to come back to 1. Or, see how I came back on 1 on these? Now, keep in mind, the reminder is, bass is A. B is hi-hat. I'm sorry. Yeah, B is hi-hat. C, of course, as you can see on the drum, is the snare. But these are the actual, pretty much the toms. And the ones, just like I say, come back on 1, are the cymbals. The reason why I say ones is because any drummer can identify with coming back on 1 if you get lost. Especially if you're doing weird or odd meters, such as 7/8. I came back on 1 each time, counting 7/8 in my head or 7/16 depending. Okay, so back to the 4/4, and see if we can end off each one of these fills. Again, 3-1, 3-1 is all fills. All fills. So you can use these as much as possible. I'll start off with the most common fills and common rolls, and then I'll move on to the more complex around 3-3. Right now it's 3-1. All right, the second beat, of course, is going to be more so a very janky quartet beat. Well, I didn't mean to say janky beat, but of course, you know, this is the most common of doing so. All you're doing, of course, either you're speeding up a praise bump or you're adding A and B, C. A first being the 1, B, C being the and of 1. And just continue it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So, no matter how you use it, make sure you're always circulating those areas. Now, what's the variation of that beat I just did? Simple. The hi-hat, or what you just heard me do, in sextuplet pattern, which is kind of complex to get, but it's okay. Boy, if you do that during any type of concert when it comes to quartet singing, you fired. Right out the gate. They don't play that. If you were to do that and you trip them up, oh, you're gonna be so fired. Oh, they'll only use you as an annex player because they want the straight dumb and drum. Simple. Bass, snare. So I did that just to kind of like give some razzmatazz to your actual playing. Put that in your arsenal. So you saw that? So I love to use sextuplets in everything and the most of everything. You'll hear me do that live. It's like even on a beat. See what I'm saying? So it gives off a very, very intense push to the beat. So if you're doing a song such as Golden or Jesus Will by Anita Wilson, and Golden, you know, by see, I can't remember her name. Scott, Jill Scott. I'm about to say Scott Hill. Are you serious? Jill Scott. Even as you're playing with a group, inside or outside, like some sort of neo-soul type thing, whether it's a rim shot or not, the shuffle must take over, okay? So you heard that, right? It's very tense. But as long as you come back on the ictus of 1. Messed up on that. There it is. Yeah, we all need practice sometime to do that. Now, doing too much will retire your actual creativity. So only do it where it counts. Especially in a live setting. Forget all that right there. Forget that. In a live setting, it matters the most if you don't do too much. Only when the particulars of the beat call for it. So if they want a little tension, or if they give you an actual solo of some sort, you can use what you got. All that stuff matters when you only like forging some sort of solo that they ask for, okay? So, and when you're practicing too, when you're trying to put all that together, my best bet to tell you is to put beats together and see if it forms a fill. So if you're inside of the beat, try to find a beat that you can fill to inside of the beat. If usually you would play, there's a beat in itself. If you hear it, only you're not using the hi-hat pending. It's in a beat in itself. See what I'm saying? So that's in a beat in itself, like I was telling you, 4/4 with sextuplets or 6/8. Now, how does that fit in the 4/4? I just showed you. It sounds like that by itself. Or Clap Your Hands by John P. Key. That same thing. You'll hear those somewhere in there. So how do we make that work for 4/4? So those fills work. Okay? So there it is. Fills that you can use. So or even 3, right? 3 down there. So I did 4 about going right there. So yeah, I'm still working on that with 1 foot. Okay? I'll get my my little double bass in a little bit. But I actually can do it like I can actually like hip hop on it though. Heard that? That was 3. So enough of that. So now that you've heard the quartet beat and a shuffle beat, use it for yourself. Play this back again. So again. And just keep adding to it. You notice I did 3s and 2s. So 3s in the hand, 2 in the foot. Oh, that's 4 right there. And then 4s. They go a long way, okay? So what the thing is, you're going to have to break those up and dissipate them from each other. Okay? So I keep doing this right here. So I like to do the dissipation. So you can hear that a lot in my playing. So you're not playing much, but you're playing enough to be emphatic about it. Okay? Alright, last one before I go on ahead and get my hair cut because my whole head just looks sort of blah. So, did you hear that? It is a secret break I like to use. Yes, we normally do this. That's what we're connected to. But what I like so much, how do we use this extra beat that we've done in an actual beat? So, how do you bring that break to fruition in the beat? Usually we like to break down some things and then play. Break down. So how does that come to play in a fist roll or in a fill? Heard that? So it is pretty much. Still a sextuplet, but it's how you use it. That's all it is. You're pretty much dissipating again. Pretty much. So you're dissipating it again. I like that clean break. That's one of my favorite clean breaks of all time. Or, however you want to play that, it's pretty much the same thing. So you're just taking 2, you're taking 2 of each. Okay? Or 2-1-1. 2-1-1. Everything has to do with counting. And if you break that down, it sounds like a beat in itself. Hear that? So, see that right there? Now you speed up, the same thing. All right, so we got everything we need. Play some of them together. Play most of them together. Okay? So, again, review. Reviewing more so with this right here. The fill. Okay. Full set of fills, okay, that you just heard. And I didn't like go into a full roll of fills. I'm just pretty much showing you which ones you could use. Play it back and see if you can figure out what you just did. I would love to kind of like transcribe these, like on the bottom of each video, so people can see what they're doing. I'll work on that so they can get it together. I'm pretty sure I got the technology to do so. So, I'm sick of all these sextuplets who got to keep it moving on. But this is only 3-1. This is only the beginning. All right? You already understand. I'll fix this one. Kind of fast for a fat guy, ain't I? Okay, so if you saw it go by, I also have the technology to kind of fast forward that again. And then slow it up. Fast forward. That's what I did. So, it's neither here nor there. You're just pretty much using everything to your advantage. Get that out of the way. Yeah, so like I said, never done learning at all. Never done learning at all. Just keep on going. Keep on going. Many mistakes, but you pretty much know what I'm trying to transcribe to you. So for you better drummers, as if to say, you better drummers, go ahead and do what you do. All right? Just keep it mixed. Now, 3-2, I will start on next Friday if time allows and permits. And it's going to be on what I just showed you, which was that stutter step that you heard. That little move I do in between. So that's going to be on that. So yeah. All right, so keep moving on. And bless y'all in all of your creativity. Every single day, there's room to be creative. Okay? So always make sure you are being as creative as possible in whatever you do. Not just in music, but do it to the best of your ability. Only one person can make out the nuances of who you are and actually pretty much know what your marquees are and your trademarks are. That's what makes you you. So do not forsake the power of your own creativity. Someone is watching you all the more. Blessings to you. That's how we're going to move it today. That's where I'm going.